and blue, we've come to mess with you.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Red and Blue. I am Blue.
And I am Red.
And this week, Red, you have not said that I look nice. I don't know what's up with
No,
that.
I'm yet to look at you. I'm still looking at the camera, so don't worry.
So you
maybe in another, 5 minutes?
After this show, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys if he does. Anyways, this week we're coming after you, the government of Kenya.
Yes, apparently the government of Kenya has huge plans of getting 17,000 acres out of the biggest forest we have in this.
Hectares.
Oh, it's hectares, yeah. That's
Yes.
even bigger than acres.
Yeah.
And they want to give it out to settlers. Now, if you know about the Mau forest is the biggest water catchment area in the entire country.
Mm-hmm.
We have 12 big rivers that are flowing out of the Mau and into all these areas around it, basically all over Kenya, feeding and everyone is dependent on these rivers. But apparently, people just want to cut the trees down and, people just don't care. And I think it's totally unacceptable.
It is very sad. And we all know the importance of forests from our, is it geography?
I think it's
or
geography.
history?
Yeah.
Yeah, from our geography, like the way that they regulate the climate patterns. And what else do they do?
They regulate the climate. They control soil erosion.
Yes.
They're carbon sinks. So the carbon dioxide that is a problem right now would be just taken up by the plants and get the oxygen.
Oxygen, right? And you can imagine, according to a fact that I stumbled upon, in 1963, Kenya was covered by 10% of forest.
Wow, 10%.
And 10%. And right now, as we speak, the last time they did this analysis and stuff in 2006, Kenya was covered by 1.7%. And then you can imagine now they want to get rid of another 17,000 hectares.
It is absolutely scary. And don't get me wrong, I think people need to settle, people need to plant, people need to live off the land. But there's millions and millions of acres outside there that no one seems to be using.
That has no forest and no trees.
They have no forest. So why don't we just keep our forests and live? Because if we don't keep our forests, we're going to die.
Yes.
We're going to die, yeah.
In another 100 years, all these trees we see, may not be there. And it is a high time that we take responsibility because we have the knowledge and we have the capability and we have the opportunity right now to plant trees and also conserve the trees that we have for a better tomorrow.
Yes, let's do this for our kids. You can't just cut down all the trees and expect to have a future. It's impossible.
Yes. So on to our second story.
Yes. The other story is about the chapati movement. First of all, I hate chapatis, but this has nothing to do with my opinion on this story, okay? I think...
it's because you can't cook chapati.
Okay, I can't cook, but
that's why you didn't like it.
Oh, but anyway, this is the point I have about this. Look, first of all, a background to the story. There was a big event a few days ago called the Chapati movement, where people, celebrities came out and made chapatis for street kids. Mm-hmm. Okay, fine. Kids need to eat. I don't deny that. But there's a lot of money that has been put aside by the government to actually make sure that kids not only eat, but have a good place to sleep, that have a home. And what's happening? No, we are not hearing about where that money is going to.
According to the budget statement of 2015 to 2016, there's approximately 9 billion Kenya shillings that has been set apart for orphans and vulnerable children.
9 billion is a lot of money.
Yes.
If 9 billion was used for vulnerable children, for children on the streets, there wouldn't be children on the streets.
Right.
Yeah? So I think there's a failure somewhere in that we shouldn't be talking about giving a chapati or two to a child. We should be talking about giving a child a home, giving a child an education, giving a child a future. A chapati will be eaten today and tomorrow they're hungry again. Chapatis don't hibernate in your stomach.
But what about those kids who don't want to leave the streets? Because I have dealt with them. I've tried also to feed some kids on the street, and some of them do not want to leave the streets.
No, listen. There's a children's department that has a budget. I think it's 300 million shillings that goes to the children's department. The children's department is supposed to get children off the streets, give them a home, give them a life.
So you're trying to say that they should remove the kids
Yes,
by
by
force?
force. I mean, you can't
Yes.
have kids running on the streets and they don't want to go anywhere because they don't want to. There's the law.
And most likely that glue and those things that they sniff is what is actually making them not leave the streets. So
Yes.
their heads are
And
messed
apparently,
up.
I was listening to someone who was saying there's more glue that goes to the streets than actually goes onto shoes. You know, so the glue industry in Kenya is actually it's not funny. A lot of the glue that comes from the industries goes to the kids and not to the shoes.
And which is very, very sad.
So yes, we need more than a chapati in a kid's stomach, because the funny thing is, after the forum was done and the kids had their chapos, guess what? The cops came and shot in the air.
Get out of here.
So the kids
Why
would
did they
discuss.
come shoot in the air?
Because the chapatis are done. What else do you need with kids? You just chase them away. That's how I saw it anyway.
Get out of here, man.
Well, it's really sad, government
Sad.
of Kenya.
Yes, please, please, please use the money the way it's supposed to be used.
Can
That's
you
all
see
I'm gonna
I am
say.
SMHing? Anywho, thank you for watching and tuning in. I have been a Blue.
I have been Red. Please subscribe. The link is down here. Don't forget to subscribe.
Yes.
Thanks for watching.
Red and
Bye.
blue, we've come to mess with you.